do you want better what's crazy about the Bible and Christians today? My man here is talking about how crazy it is that they're relying on Paul, who never met this Jesus character, but claims that he was knocked off his horse and saw a vision of him. Maybe he was on some good shrooms. Who knows? But a lot of things Paul say go against what they claim Jesus says. And they're just taking his word for it. And he's just taking the word of other people who said that they saw something. Right? But here's something really interesting. If you think about it, really think about this. If you accept the Bible for what it is and say that the Bible is true, then everybody in the Bible who believes in this God and who believes in Jesus has literal proof of God, angels, or Jesus, or miracle events that science would never be able to explain. Think about it for a second. Abraham saw God, or he saw some angels. Adam was in the garden with God. Cain talked to God. Abel talked to God, right? All these people had talked to God. Moses, burning bush that did not consume itself. The Red Sea split. Blood waters. All the Israelites were seeing the blood water. They saw the pillar of fire at night, the cloud. They saw the stick turn into a snake. They got plenty of evidence of this guy. He hit the rock and it turns into, and water comes spewing out of it. All kinds of proof. Jacob wrestles with God or / an angel. Balaam sees an angel talking donkeys, talking snakes. There's the disciples, supposedly Mark, Matthew, Luke, John, all them walking around with Jesus. Luke didn't, but Luke was part of the crew that did. But they saw miracles happen. They saw Peter do miracles. They saw all these other miracles happen in Acts. So they seen things that give them belief, right? They didn't have belief. They had knowing. They had knowing. And then the Bible is slick. It's slick. It puts a little verse in there that says that for those who have seen and believe, yeah, great. But those who have not seen and believe, even more. They're even better. That way, when I'm writing this bullshit to fool people, I can say that, yeah, I saw Jesus and I'm going to be in heaven and I'm going to be great. I'm going to sit in one of the 12 seats and I'm going to judge the 12 nations. But those who believe that didn't see Jesus, oh my gosh, what my Father has in store for them, because they are even greater and more devout because they ain't have any proof and they believe. I mean, Joseph and Mary had an immaculate conception. They had proof. They walked around. They saw the baby Jesus. They knew the magic hocus pocus that was going on. You see what I'm saying? They had proof. Daniel gets visited by Gabriel. Proof. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire didn't burn. The angel is in there with them. Proof. I mean, Nebuchadnezzar supposedly saw all this and never converted over to Christianity. I don't know why. Kind of like how the Pharaoh saw all that stuff and never converted over to Christianity. I don't know why. You know, there's so many people who saw the same stuff claiming, but they never converted. That's an interesting thing. I'm just saying that if I was seeing a bunch of people and they got a pillar of fire at night and they got the damn the cloud during the day and I just watch them do all, I might switch over. I'm gonna switch teams. Be real about it. You know, just saying. But they had proof. Of course, if you accept their story as truth, they had proof. So why does this God not give us proof? Think about that. This God had to give proof for thousands of years, according to this book. But then all of a sudden, for the last 2,000 years, no proof, but expects you to believe. Why did he change his behavior? Why did he change his mode of operation? Now we are expected to believe in stories when those people, they had the stories of the past, but they also had shit happening in their life. At their time, they still got proof. Why we don't get any proof? Why doesn't it happen anymore? Has God realized that man has become too scientifically knowledgeable that if he tried to pull some hocus pocus magic stuff, that we'll be able to figure out what the science is behind it and therefore not believe he is God? And then just realize he's just somebody with great technology? Maybe that's why we don't see the miracles anymore. I'm just saying. It's kind of like when I talk to the people with the alien stuff, and I'm like, where are the aliens? They've been here. Why they show up when we don't have the science to understand that they're aliens? When we think that they are gods or something of that nature? Why they show up then? Now that we know, they don't want to show up. You see what I'm saying? You know, you can't show up now and then put me in the med bed and think that I'm going to believe that you got some magical power and you healed all the arthritis and everything in the body, and now I'm supposed to worship you? No, I'm going to be like, thank you, man. Appreciate it. You had a med bed. You got some great technology. I appreciate that. So if the aliens are listening, I live in San Antonio. My name's Lorenzo Reed. I can use the med bed. You know, let's hook it right on up. You know, I want to feel like I'm 30 again. Let's go. Let's get it. But anyway, it's crazy how people believe in this stuff, and with the knowledge that we have today, whether you're looking at it from the point of view of why they believe in Paul, or just looking at the Bible in itself. Why do they still believe in this nonsense when you know that everything can be scientifically explained? That is science, and how the science goes against what the Bible says, as well as how we know that historically it doesn't add up to the true history that we know. But what do you guys think? Also, look forward to our conversation Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time Zone. That's going to be our live. Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central, we going live. So y'all have a great one. Always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibration.